Welcome. In this lesson, we are going to look at bar charts. Now, Phil Special Drinks sells vanilla and chocolate drinks to students in these schools. So these are the sales revenues, and we want to see how to draw bar charts for them. I want you to know that in Excel, we have 3 different types of bar charts, okay? And there are clustered bar charts, stacked bar charts, and 100% stacked bar charts. Maybe in statistics and let's say economics, you've probably seen that we have simple bar charts, multiple bar charts, and component bar charts, right? But in Excel, we have clustered bar charts, stacked bar charts, and 100% stacked bar charts. But don't worry, the simple bar charts and the multiple bar charts, those two, we'll be looking at them together under clustered bar charts, okay? And the component bar chart is what translates to stacked bar chart in Excel. But the third one in Excel, which is the 100% stacked bar, you know how it works after knowing how the stacked bar chart works. Okay. I also want you to know that charts are visual representations of data. Okay. And it makes data more understandable. So let's start with clustered bar charts. First of all, let's draw a simple bar chart for vanilla, okay? The sales revenue for vanilla among the various branches. To do that, first, let's go to the Insert tab at the top here. So click on the Insert tab. Now, after clicking on the Insert tab, then let's select the branches and the sales figures under vanilla. So let's select them together. So we can click the first one, left click and drag. So we drag sideways to select them together. Then come to the charts area at the top here. For clarity, let's go to the small arrow at the right here. Understand that? Click on the arrow. After clicking on it, the Insert Chart box will display. Then click on All Charts. Then come to Bar. Understand bar here, so Bar Chart. Now, when we come to Bar Chart, the first one that displays is Clustered Bar. Now, we have 2 designs for Clustered Bar here. But let's just select the first one and click OK. Let me reduce this and then let me resize the graph. Let me bring it up here. So as I said earlier, the charts are visual representation of data. So you can see clearly that sales revenue for vanilla in UG is the highest, followed by KNUST, followed by UHAS, then followed by UCC, going, isn't it? Okay, let's draw a simple bar chart for chocolate also and see something. Select the branches first, then hold on the Control key, then you continue your selection from here so that you can skip the vanilla side, okay? Then look at the charts area. There's an arrow at the right side, so click on it. Then we go to All Charts, then come to Bar, so you just click OK. And you see the bar chart for the chocolate as well, so let me resize it. Let me reduce the size. Let me move it here. So you can see clearly that for chocolate, the sales revenue in KNUST is the highest, followed by UG, and in that order, okay? So that is simple bar chart. Now let's look at the multiple bar chart. So for the multiple, let me click here first. Let's select the branches and their various sales revenues for the 2 products. So we select them together. Then come to the charts area here. Click on this arrow. Come to All Charts. Now under bar, I have 2 designs here, but I'm picking the first one, so I'll just click OK. Then let me resize it. Hold and drag it up a bit. And you can see clearly from the chart that in UHAS for vanilla is more than that of chocolate. And then in UG, the sales revenue for vanilla is more than in Winneba. The sales revenue for vanilla is more than chocolate. And then in UNER, the sales revenue for chocolate is more than vanilla. And then in UDS, the sales revenue for vanilla is more than chocolate. And then in UCC, the sales revenue for the chocolate drink is more than the vanilla drink. And then in KNUST, the sales revenue for your chocolate drink is also more than vanilla drink. Aside comparing different products, you can also compare same products among different branches. So the 2 we have looked at, that is the simple bar chart and the multiple bar chart, are both under clustered bar chart. Now before we go to start bar chart, let's look at chart design. Now look at the plus here. It's called chart element. So let's click on it. Now let's come to the first chart element, which is axis. Now the box is already checked. Now let me uncheck the box so that you see what will happen. When I uncheck the box, you see that the axis for the schools is gone. So let me check the box back. So you see that it's back. Now let's look at the second, which is axis titles. So let's check the box for it. So you can give the title for each axis. Okay, so let's say this axis is sales revenue. Then let's call this axis branch. For the same axis titles, let's look at something. There's a forward arrow at the front of it. So let's click on it. Let me uncheck the box for primary horizontal. So you see that the horizontal axis one is gone. So if you uncheck the box for primary vertical too, it will also go. And when we check the box for primary horizontal back, it will come back. But let me go back to how it was originally before. That is, let's uncheck the box for the axis title. Then let's look at chart title. Chart title is the one at the top here. You can give a name to it, like maybe vanilla versus chocolate. Now look at the chart title again. There's a forward arrow beside it. Let's click on it. For now, it is above chart. When you click on centered overlay, see how it comes. You see that. So let's leave it above chart as it was. Let's look at another chart element, which is data labels. Now for data labels, when you check the box, this is what happens. The sales figure for each product will show on each bar. So that's how the data labels work. Look at the arrow at the front of it. When you click on the arrow, it is currently on out. When we make it inside base, this is how it will look like. And then when we make it inside end, this is like. And then when we make it center, this is how it will look like. And when we click on data callout, this is how it will show. But let me uncheck the box, then we go to the next one. Data table. Now let's check the box for data table. It will display the sales figure for each product under the various branches. Okay. For that same data table, let's click on the arrow at the front of it. This is with legend keys. The legend keys are the orange and blue color at the front of chocolate and vanilla here. So let me click on no legend keys and you see what will happen. You see that they are gone. Okay. But let's uncheck the box and look at another one. Now for error bars, this is how it comes. But I'll explain it better another time when we are doing some project together. Okay. Then let's look at another one, which is grid line. Look at the lines here. They are grid lines. So the box is checked already. If you uncheck the box, the grid lines will leave. So let's check it back. And then let's click on the arrow at the front of grid lines. So it's a primary major vertical, primary major horizontal. You see how it comes. Let me check the box for primary minor vertical. You see that minor vertical lines are in now. Let me check the box for primary minor horizontal. So you see that minor horizontal lines have been added. Let me uncheck them back and go back to the original. Then let's go to the next one, which is legend. Now legend is what we have here. The one telling us the color used for chocolate bars and color used for vanilla bars. Okay, let me uncheck the box for you to see. So when I uncheck the box, you see that the legend is gone. But it is advisable to use it, so let's bring it back. Let's check the box. This time around, it has come to the right. You can change the position by going to the arrow at the front of legend. Click on it. So you see that it is currently at the right. So you see that it has gone to the top. When I click on left, it will go to the left side. When I click on bottom, it will go down there. So let's maintain this. Another chart element we have is, when we are looking at another chart later, I will talk about it. Now let's look at another thing known as chart style. That is the second one here. So let's click on it. You can use this to change the style of your chart. Okay. And it's also at the top here. You can see it by going to the chart design tab. You can also change the color when we click on color. So it is presently on this color. Let me go to the second one, then you see how it will come. You see that. Look at this. So you can change the color to suit your styling method. Okay. Then let's look at something else. That is chart filters. So let's click on chart filters. Now let's look at how the chart filters work. Now let me uncheck the box for, and then let me select only, you see, to display the chocolate and vanilla chart for UCC only. Let me check for UDS and UCC. Then I click apply. It will display for UDS and UCC only. When I add KNEST and then click apply, then it will add KNEST to the chart. You see that? And then when I check the box for select all and then click apply, you see that all of them will come back. So that's just for the categories. Look at the series. Let me uncheck the box for select all and then select chocolate and click on apply. It will display the chart for chocolate only. Let me check the box for vanilla and then uncheck chocolate. Then click apply. So you see that it's displaying only vanilla. Then let me select all. So then I click apply. So it will display all. So that's how to use the chart filter. You can also format the chart more by double clicking on the chart. So when you double click on it, the format chart area will display. So you can do more editing here. But let me close it. Then let's go to start bar chart. Let me move this to this side. So for the start bar chart too, let's go to the insert tab. Then let's select the data for all the branches and the sales figures for each product. Then let's go to the charts area. Then we click on the arrow there. Then we go to all charts. Then we go to bar. It is currently on clustered bar chart. So let's click on the second one here to change it to stacked bar chart. For the stacked bar chart, I have two designs here, but let me just use the first one. So we click OK. Now let me resize it. Then let me bring it up a bit. So orange is chocolate and blue is vanilla. How this is done is that it calculated the total for vanilla and chocolate put together, okay, for let's say KNUST. And then we plot one single bar for the total. Then divided them using their color according to their contribution to the total for KNUST only. So for UCC also, it plots a single bar for the total of vanilla and chocolate. And then it divided them using their color according to their contribution to that single bar. Okay, so that's how it is done for the others as well. Then let's look at the 100% stacked bar chart. So let's select the branches together with the sales figure for all the products. Then we go to the insert tab. We come to the chart area, then we click on the arrow here. Then we go to all charts, then we go to bar. Now the first one is clustered, the second one is stacked bar, and then the third one here is 100% stacked bar. So let's use the simple one. We just click on OK. Now let me resize it and then bring it up a bit. Oh, it's not displaying all the branches, so let me increase it small so that the other branches will show. Okay, good. Now how this is done is that it will tell you the percentage contribution of each. So you can see that all the bars are 100%. But let's look at KNEST for instance. Of all the sales revenue coming from KNEST, that is vanilla and chocolate put together, you'll see that about 45% is coming from vanilla, the rest of the 55% is coming from chocolate. And of all the sales revenue coming from University of Ghana, that is vanilla and chocolate put together, about 58% is from vanilla and about 42% that will remaining is for chocolate. So similar interpretation goes for the others. You can also click on the Format tab to do more formatting. In the next tutorial, we'll look at column charts. Thank you.